all about the grammar translation method. Hello and welcome to this video on the history of the grammar translation method. The grammar translation method, also known as the classical method, is one of the oldest language teaching methods in history. It was developed in the 19th century and was widely used until the mid-20th century. In this video, we will explore the origins of this method, its principles, and its impact on language teaching. The history of the GTM. The origins of the grammar translation method can be traced back to the 16th century, when Latin was the dominant language of education and communication in Europe. This method was initially used to teach Latin and Greek to students in Europe. It was based on the belief that learning a language required the memorization of grammar rules and vocabulary. The goal of this method was to help students read and translate literary texts in the target language. During the 19th century, the grammar translation method became the dominant method for teaching foreign languages in Europe and North America. This was due to the increasing demand for language learning, especially in the fields of trade and diplomacy. The grammar translation method was widely used in schools and universities, and it was considered the most effective way to learn a foreign language. The principles of the grammar translation method are based on the belief that language learning should be focused on the study of grammar rules and vocabulary. The method assumes that language learning is a process of memorization and translation. Students are required to memorize grammar rules, vocabulary lists, and translations of literary texts. The method also emphasizes the importance of accurate translation and the use of the target language in written form. The grammar translation method is characterized by a teacher-centered approach. The teacher is the authority figure in the classroom, and the students are expected to follow the teacher's instructions. The method is also characterized by the use of translation exercises, grammar drills, and memorization techniques. The method does not emphasize oral communication, and students are not required to speak the target language in the classroom. Despite its popularity, the grammar translation method has been criticized for its limitations. First, the method does not emphasize oral communication, which is a crucial aspect of language learning. Second, the method focuses on memorization and translation, which does not encourage students to use the target language creatively. Third, the method does not prepare students for real-life communication situations such as conversations with native speakers. In the following, I'm going to describe the theory of language, the theory of learning, the objectives. How is grammar, vocabulary, reading, writing, and listening taught the GTM? The teacher role, the role of materials, the advantages, and
disadvantages of the GM.
So, if you're enjoying the content on our channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon to get notified every time we upload a new video. Also, don't forget to save and share this video with your friends and family. Thank you so much in advance.
The theory of language in the GM.
The theory of language in the grammar translation method, GTM, is based on the belief that language learning is primarily a process of memorization and translation. The method assumes that language is a set of rules and structures that can be learned through the study of grammar rules, vocabulary, and translation exercises. According to the GTM, language is a system of abstract rules that govern the way words and sentences are organized. These rules can be described and explained through the study of grammar. The method emphasizes the importance of learning grammar rules and memorizing vocabulary in order to understand and produce correct sentences in the target language.
The theory of learning the GM.
The theory of learning in the grammar translation method, GTM, is based on the belief that language learning is primarily a process of rote memorization and translation. The method assumes that learning a language involves the acquisition of a set of rules and structures through practice and repetition. According to the GTM, learning is a mechanical process that involves the memorization and application of rules and structures. The method emphasizes the importance of repetition and drill exercises in order to reinforce the learning of grammar rules and vocabulary. Students are expected to practice grammar exercises and translation drills until they are able to reproduce correct sentences in the target language. The GTM also assumes that learning is based on the translation of literary texts. Students are expected to read and translate texts in the target language in order to understand the grammar rules and structures of the language. The method places a strong emphasis on the accuracy of translation and the ability to produce written compositions that demonstrate an understanding of the grammar rules and vocabulary. In the GTM, learning is seen as a linear process, with each new topic building on the previous one. The method follows a logical sequence of grammar topics, starting with the simpler structures and progressing to more complex ones. The method assumes that students will learn the language step by step and that they will gradually acquire the skills and knowledge necessary to understand and produce correct sentences in the target language. The Objectives of the GTM. The objectives of the Grammar Translation Method, GTM, are primarily focused on developing the ability to read and translate literary texts in the target language. The method emphasizes accuracy in translation and the study of grammar rules and vocabulary. Some of the specific objectives of the GTM include developing a strong understanding of grammar rules. The method places a strong emphasis on the study of grammar rules, with the goal of developing a deep understanding of the structures and rules of the target language. Building a large vocabulary. The GTM emphasizes the importance of memorizing a large number of words and phrases in the target language in order to understand and produce correct sentences. Developing translation skills. The method focuses on accuracy in translation, with the goal of developing the ability to translate literary texts in the target language. Developing reading skills. The GTM places a strong emphasis on reading comprehension, with the goal of developing the ability to understand literary texts in the target language. Developing writing skills. The method also emphasizes the importance of developing writing skills, with the goal of producing accurate and grammatically correct written compositions in the target language. The syllabus in the Grammar Translation Method, GTM, is focused on the study of grammar rules, vocabulary, and literary texts in the target language. The method follows a structured and linear approach, with a set of specific topics and grammar structures to be covered in a particular order. How is grammar taught in GTM? In the Grammar Translation Method, grammar is typically taught deductively, which means that the teacher explains the grammar rules and then provides learners with examples and exercises to practice applying the rules. The focus is on understanding the structure of the language and how grammar rules are used to form sentences. The grammar is presented in a systematic way, usually through a textbook or a series of lessons. The teacher explains the rules of grammar, including the different tenses, parts of speech, and sentence structure. Learners then practice applying these rules through a variety of exercises, including translation exercises, fill-in, the blank exercises, and sentence completion exercises. The emphasis is on accuracy and precision, and learners are encouraged to memorize the grammar rules and vocabulary. The goal is to develop a strong foundation in the language that can be built upon later, rather than focusing on communication skills or fluency. If you're enjoying the content on our channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon to get notified every time we upload a new video. Also, don't forget to save and share this video with your friends and family. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.